recent years, the art scene in Vietnam has been getting more and more exciting with many art performances and exhibitions held by Vietnamese and foreign artists. And Brian Ring is among those who contribute to the development of the art scene in Vietnam. Living in Vietnam for nearly 2 decades, this Canadian artist has actively involved in countless art activities with his visual and installation art projects. The man has successfully connected artists together and even turned art into an attractive and open subject to the public. Hello, welcome to our On the Mic of VTV4. First, could you introduce yourself and the reason why you came to Vietnam?
I came to Vietnam many years ago together with the rest of my family. My wife's job brought us to Vietnam, and we brought our 2 children, and we stayed for many years. My wife worked here, and my children grew up here. And then when they were finished school, they left, and then my wife's job took her away. But I was staying here to work on my favorite project.
So in Vietnam, what field of art have you been working on since your arrival?
I worked as a visual artist here for a lot of years, and most recently the primary focus of my work was video installation. I was doing collaborations with Vietnamese contemporary music composers, people like Vu Nhật Tân and Kim Ngoc, Xuân X and Chi Minh. So that was the primary focus of my work. I was also doing some video installations on my own, for example, at Dao Anh Khanh studio and with exhibitions at his place, stuff like that.
And in the early years of your stay in Vietnam, what is your opinion about the local art scene here?
Actually, it was the late 90s when I was first here, and that was a really exciting time for the art scene in Vietnam. There was a lot of energy, a lot of young people who were trying new things and were really excited about. There was an atmosphere here of change and new influences and people just grabbing onto ideas and trying things out and lots of experimentation. It was a very exciting time. Enjoyed it a lot.
Leaving Vietnam after displaying his art project in an art exhibition in 1996 in Hanoi, Brian came back to the country 2 years later. He and his family decided to settle down since Brian got really interested in the local art scene. Apart from the time he spent for his many exhibitions, Brian started to think of creating a network for the artists in the country. It was when the website hanoigrapevine.com was set up, offering an important rendezvous not only for artists but also for people who have great interest in art and want to catch up with the development of the local art scene. Could you tell me what's the reason of the setting up of the website hanoigrapevine.com?
The reason I started the website is connected to the fact that I was working here as an artist. Because being part of the art scene then, I have a lot of friends who are artists, so I would hear about art exhibitions and art events, and there was no really good source of information. And a lot of my friends who were not artists but were interested in the arts scene would say to me, well, when you hear about something, make sure you let me know, send me an email. So I was doing this, and it got to be too many emails, and so I decided to put it on a website to save time.
When I enter the website, I can see a lot of information. So what are the sources that you take the information from, and do you have any mechanism of filtering the information you get?
At the beginning it was just through the grapevine, and then I started to actually become active in contacting people. If I happened to hear something, I would contact people and say, please send me the complete information. Or I went to, for example, Goethe Institute and L'Espace and British Council and all the cultural institutions and said, please put me on your mailing list and send me the information. Went to the galleries, did the same thing. And in the meantime now it is to the point for some time already that I don't have to go and ask people anymore. Established on mailing lists for a lot of people, and other people who I don't know about, they contact Grapevine. They let us know.
The website is said to be helpful in connecting artists and art lovers. So Have you ever received any feedback on the effectiveness of the website?
That's one of the satisfying things. There's a lot of nice feedback, and from a big variety, from readers, from artists. I've had artists who have written to me and said, I didn't know what was going on, didn't know anything about most of these things, and I'm so glad to find this. And young people who just say, oh, thank you so much, and so yeah, lots of very positive feedback. Feels really good. It's nice to see that it's providing a useful service.
Since its establishment, Hanoi Grapevine has been known by nearly all the artists in Vietnam and also foreign ones who just come for a short period of time. The site, with its richness in information, help artists connect with the public and give audience member a broader view of the art scene, especially the contemporary and experiment features.
Cái trang web đó nó mở ra một cái thông tin cho rất là nhiều người, cái sự kết nối.
The website provides lots of information for people. It not only helps foreigners who come to Vietnam, but also Vietnamese who has limited access to art. Through the website, audience members know about new art styles and other ongoing programs in Hanoi and other places in Vietnam.
Thông tin hàng ngày ở cái Hà Nội này cũng như là ở vài nơi ở nước mình.
And recently, when Brian announced that he will return to Germany, many artists hoped that the site would still play the role it used to for the local art scene.
I hope that Brian's return to Germany would not bring about changes to the operation of the website in providing information about art events around Vietnam.
Going to leave Vietnam, but Brian is quite sure that the success he has with his project will be further developed in the hands of local art lovers. After years running the website, you decide to leave back to Germany. So, what comes to your mind to make you have such a decision?
The children grew up here and finished school and left, and then my wife was working here, but her job changed. So she went back to Germany, where she's from, to work there. We've been living this way now with long separations because we're so far apart for 3 years, and it's enough. We're tired of it. So that was the main motivation.
So who are the people that you chose to transfer the management of the website to after you leave?
I have accumulated a core team of really good people who've been working with me on the Grapevine and working for very little money, very dedicated and passionate people. That was a contributing factor in this. I could see that I can put it in the hands of some local Vietnamese people who have been working with the site for years, and so they understand how it works and they know exactly what we're trying to do. And they do a good job, and so I can leave and feel confident that people are taking it over who are doing a good job.
And do you have any future plan for the development of the website?
We have lots of ideas, and I hope there will be some nice surprises and some nice developments in the future as we continue to grow. And I'm very optimistic and excited about the future of Grapevine, and I think that the 3 young women who have taken it over, these young Hanoians, are ambitious and passionate and energetic, and so I think that Grapevine has a bright future, I think.
Thanks so much for spending time with us, and we do look forward to seeing you back in Hanoi in the near future.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.